Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I'm recording this at the tail end of summer, September 6th, 2024. And you can see I've already broken out a sweat. I had to clean up my car in the process of moving. I would have put it off more, but today I got a little bit of a wake up call to go clean up my car. Go watch my last video. It was a false alarm, but it was a wake up call that I needed to declutter my car, make sure everything that I think is there is still there, and it is. So that's good. But I want to talk about how my car became so cluttered in the first place. And it was a nice thing that I decluttered my car because I found an art piece. We got another artist at the convention. I traded him one of my bismuth crystals for he makes copper art. So it got lost in the all the clutter in the car. So it was really nice to declutter the car. But it is 100. I want to say even at nighttime, it's still over 100 degrees outside, which is what makes it really tricky to declutter the car. To give you an idea of how hot it is, during the process of my moving here, I was thinking about another apartment that I lived in Phoenix. I didn't have the owner's phone number. So one day I decided to drive by their place to knock on the door and talk to them, and the owner wasn't home. And I decided maybe I should write a note to leave on the door. Hey, could you call me? I'm doing this in my life. I'm working here. This is a nice place to live, good roommates, and all that. And I didn't think of the note before I went there because I was expecting to talk to a real person, right? So they weren't there, and I started to write the note. I wrote down two words, and instantly I realized I couldn't finish that note. And I had to go back to my car and turn on the car to get the air conditioning just so I could finish that note. That's how unrelenting that heat was that day. It was during the daytime, though. That time it was probably closer to 120 degrees. It was around the time of the July 4th, and it was during the daytime. So, but that's how unrelenting it was. You couldn't even write 3 sentences before you were forced back into your car. And see, I teach at Central Arizona College right now. We got a lot of real estate. It makes me wonder, as a little bit of an employee benefit, I wonder if they could set up a small garage that's climate controlled for you to pull into so you could take care of business with your car, right? Imagine you have to change a tire, declutter the car, or any number of things that require you to be on the outside of your car for some time, right? You can imagine maybe you get into a fender bender with somebody on the campus. You could pull in there to wait for the police to come or to call the insurance company, whatever the situation may call for, right? Or more importantly, to declutter the car. After all, employees that don't have cluttered cars probably will be more productive on the job, right? You would think that would be a cool employee benefit, right? I've never seen anybody offer it though, let alone a community college. So I'm not sure. Uh, what do the new roommates keep do? Well, thermostat doesn't bother me. It's the fact. Oh, there's another force I wish I could turn off every time I needed to declutter the car or declutter my closet or anywhere really. Gravity. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I want to organize something and things just want to tip over. Actually, not turn off gravity. Maybe turn it down a little bit, down to the level on the moon. I think that would be perfect. Off would just cause another set of chaos. But when I'm decluttering, if I could turn the gravity down to the level of the moon, I think that would do wonders, right? Or better yet, when I'm making bismuth crystals, I definitely want to turn gravity down to the level of the moon. Right? I can't wait to go to the moon to make bismuth crystals someday. I can pour much bigger things, right? Uh, anyway, earlier this month, I was cursing about how disgusting my car had become. And I remember thinking when wintertime comes around, the first thing I get to do, my first Christmas present I get to open is to have a clean car. That's how much the heat and the mess was bothering me. I almost thought about taking a road trip, driving the car somewhere cooler, just so I can clean the car, if you could believe that. I really did think about that. I didn't have the time to do it, but I thought about that concept. That's how much it bothered me. All right. Unrelenting heat over here, unfortunately. But I'll think about that idea of the garage, right? If I ever own a business, it could just be one room, right? After all, everybody could take their turn decluttering their car, but a small garage that you could go in there, you could take care of anything you need to take care of the car, right? If you needed to paint your car, or it's got scratched and you want to fix it, change a tire, work on it, change oil or something like that, and it's climate controlled, right? So you don't have to break a sweat doing that, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.